Hi, library friends. I'm Liz Kinnear, Exhibit Room Coordinator at the Wapaka Area Public Library. Today, we're here to show you how to use Google Meet and Jamboard to connect with friends and family, over the holidays and during the winter months. Both are pretty easy to use. You don't need a Google account to use them. It's a little easier if you have a Gmail account, but you can certainly use it without one. You can use it on your PC. Just go to Google, type in Google Meet, and it'll pop right up, and it'll give you information on how to download the app to your PC or your laptop. Otherwise, it is really easy to use on a tablet or a smartphone. So all we do is go to the two apps. You need to download it in your app store, whether you're an Android user or an Apple user. Download the two apps, Google Meet and Google Jamboard are both right here. So we'll start with Google Meet. We are going to meet today with Laura Jandasek. She's the Adult Programs Coordinator at the library. So we're going to start a new meeting. It asks us up at the top to start a new meeting. Tap there. And we can either get a meeting link to share or we can start an instant meeting. So we're just going to go ahead and start an instant meeting. And then it tells us we're the first one here. It gives us a link to share the invitation. I just tap share invitation. It'll give me some options. On my iPad, I can just share it through mail. You can also send it through messages. So we'll tap mail. It pops our email up. And I'm going to send it to Laura. So I type in her email address. And I can share this with more than one person, but for right now, we're just going to send it to Laura. I hit send, and she'll receive an email. So as soon as we get the email, or as soon as Laura gets the email and she clicks on the link, it'll pop up that she's here. It's the same way if someone wants to invite you to join. All they would do is send you an email, you receive it, open it up in your inbox, click on it, and then you will be able to join the meeting as well. So it says someone wants to join this call. It's Laura Jandasek. I'm going to admit her. And it takes just a second. There's Laura.
Hey.
Hey, Laura, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. Do you use Google Meet much?
Have not. This has been my first experience. Well, not my first, but I was kind of playing around with it earlier.
Okay.
I like it though. I do.
Yeah, I like it too. Like I had said to you earlier, the school district uses it a lot. So we've used it for parent-teacher conferences or a couple of meetings with teachers. And I know my kids use it all the time. So for any grandparents out there, this would probably be a great platform to connect with grandkids because they know it in and out. My kids would laugh at me because they were like, "You need to do a tutorial? It's so easy. You just do this."
And you can see like my background. I don't remember how I got the background on there, but you can play around with your background.
Yeah.
And, brighten things up a little bit.
So I think one of the best things you can do before, if you're feeling a little nervous about it, a little hesitant, is to download the apps, get it on your computer, play around with it a little bit yourself. So if you figure out a way to customize the background, see if there's always some fun things that you can find, some links in there to find to use, and then find a willing participant to explore with you.
Yes.
So like you and I both said, we haven't used this one much, so it's been really neat to learn together how it actually works.
Yes, and we've been laughing a lot, which is really great.
Yeah, I think my cheeks are going to be sore tomorrow from all the smiling and laughing with doing these, which is good.
So one of the great things, is it okay if I show you what I have found on here?
Please, yes, I'd love that.
So there is a place to turn on captions, which is really interesting. And so you turn on captions and then it's capturing everything that we say. So if you have problems hearing, maybe you would find that helpful.
Yeah, definitely. So down here, if there's a lot of background noise or anything like that, it can be really helpful. So on my iPad, I tap on the three dots that are at the bottom, and then it just gives me the option to turn on captions. I tap on it, and then it'll say captions are starting. So anything that's said, whether it's me, Laura, if we had somebody else in on the call as well, all of our text shows up right at the bottom of the screen.
And we found it to be pretty accurate.
Yeah, yeah, and there may be the same sort of option in some of the other video conferencing platforms, but by far it was the easiest to find it in Google Meet. So if that's a tool that you find useful, this is a really good one to use for those captions.
Yep. I'm going to turn it off.
So am I.
It's the Jamboard.
Yep. So to turn it off, you just tap on the three dots again, and then tap on turn off captions. And then when you're in those three dots, there's a lot of different things that you can do down there. A nice one is add others. So if you know of someone else who wants to join into the call, that's the spot to add other people in while you're on your call. All right. So another really fun tool that we found is called Jamboard. So with Jamboard, I'm gonna have to find where the chat went. You can actually share the screen with each other and see what's happening.
Then we thought that might be a nice place to play games like tic-tac-toe or hangman or scattergories.
Exactly. So on the iPad, the easiest way I found to access Jamboard is to go back to your home screen. So if you just tap here to go back to your home screen, click on the Jamboard app and it'll open. And Laura sent me one called Holiday Jam. So I'm going to open that. And now we're both in this area together. So I can't see you, Laura, but I can hear you.
Okay.
So then there's a little pencil down in the corner. I'll go back to that. There's a little pencil down in the corner. I tap on the pencil and now I can edit it. So I think Laura can probably see me on her laptop. I can't see Laura, but I can hear Laura, which is great. But now we can share this screen. So if we wanted to play tic-tac-toe, do you see my tic-tac-toe board, Laura?
I do.
Okay. Okay, I'll be the X's. I'm going to go in the middle.
All right, and I'll be an O. I'll go up here. And then you can actually grab the eraser and I'll say, oh, Liz, I don't want you to play at that spot. So tic-tac-toe, be honest.
Right. Laura could erase she erased my exit, cheater. So it's really fun. So you can play games like this. You could play something like Hangman if you wanted to. If you are artistic and wanted to draw with someone or draw with your grandkids, this would be a perfect spot to do something like that.
Yeah, just to kind of pump up, to enhance that, call, that you can actually have some playtime, because play is so important.
Exactly, and especially when we can't be there in person to share those games and those interactions, this is the second best way to do it, I would say, right now. So it's a pretty neat feature. So you can do this, you can save it, you just tap at the corner to say that we're all done with using the screen that we were sharing. And then on my iPad, and this is how it is on a phone also, you can see there's this green band at the top. If I just tap up there, it brings me right back to the video call. So now I'm back on the video with Laura, so now we can see each other again. It is easier on a laptop, I think, to be able to see each other while you're playing on Jamboard. On a phone or an iPad, we haven't found a good way to be able to share the screen yet, but I think that's one of the things where the more you use it, the more you explore the different features within it, there may be a good way to do that too.
Right, and there may be more things that we have not touched.
I'm sure there are. Yeah, we're novices at this, so I think the sky's the limit as far as these things go, and as long as we're all home and trying to stay safe, we've got time to do these things and continue our learning. It's a great way to continue learning.
That's true. That is so true.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you, Laura. It was fun to see you again.
Sure.
And thank you, library friends. Stay in touch safely, but make sure to keep those connections strong throughout the holidays and the winter season. we can't wait to see all of you back in the library too. So, all right. Thanks,
Yeah, we
Laura.
do have, Liz, we have craft kits, we have a lot of the holiday craft kits coming up. So if you're looking for just something fun to make and take, come by and pick up a craft kit.
Yeah.
Liz has put a lot together.
Thanks, Laura. Yeah, we have lots of craft kits, and those will continue as long as the library needs to be curbside, and we have to continue with virtual programming and virtual exhibits. We'll keep reaching out to you guys in whatever way we can with our kits and our online programming. So keep watching for those fun things.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Laura.
Liz.
Thank you.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.